All right, we're live. I made it work.
Yay.
Yippee.
I remember how to do this. I've only been doing it every month for the past, I don't know, long time. How long have we been doing
Long
this?
time. I don't ask me.
Hasn't it been since chapter 70 something?
I don't know.
70 something.
I'd have to go back and look. It's been a while. Ooh, our numbers are going up, guys. We're at 5
Oh, already.
already.
Wow.
Hi,
Crazy.
people. They're
Hello.
probably excited to talk about this one because,
Oh, yeah.
people are probably raging a little bit.
Raging.
Yeah.
Raging.
All the Hananene shippers are like, throwing down their hats and like, why?
No, what do you mean? This is supreme angst. I love it.
It is.
I hate it. I love it.
Overused is happy.
This
So,
angst is great.
so it seems like the fandom just doesn't want the characters to be happy.
That's
No.
yeah. Have you been paying attention?
No, we don't. Either Ira doesn't want the characters to be happy, and then we
No one wants the
try
characters to be happy.
God, guys, it's
Wow.
been 2 years since our first podcast. We've been doing
Wow.
this a long time.
I'm so old. Not as old as Emmy though.
Guess what?
I'm just regular old, not ancient.
Regular
No,
old, not a
I'm at least
fossil.
2 years old.
Yeah.
I'm at least 2 years old. You know
I'm
that
at
now.
least 2 years old. I can't believe it. 2 years old.
For the audience, Kathy is somewhere between me and Ness.
Yeah.
So old
So
because I
between
said
a
I'm old.
fossil and
Between a fossil and old.
Yeah. What's on the way to being a fossil? A corpse?
oh my god,
Kathy is a corpse. Kathy
I want to be a
corpse
corpse.
starts the same letter.
There we go. We've solved it.
So
That's how old
it
you are,
must be
Kathy.
so. Corpse age.
corpse.
You're corpse years old.
Crazy.
And that's the scale. It's official, and I stand by my words.
Old, corpse, ancient. Yep.
No, fossil. I'm fossil.
Oh, wait, where's ancient then?
Well, ancient and fossil are synonyms. I just feel like fossil implies a lot more dead than ancient does.
Oh, so ancient can be like in between corpse and fossil, like an
Can be-
ancient corpse,
Be alive.
like
I
a like a
guess so.
like a mummy, a relic.
A relic. That's a good one.
That's really good. There's so many different words to make age tiers out of. All
Age
of them
tiers.
being old.
Yeah, we're not going to use any actual age terms, but we're going to make a tier list of ages.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Hey
Anyways,
everyone.
new chapter
Hello.
this month.
Yeah, we're here.
We're
We're
here.
definitely talking about the chapter right now.
We're here to
not
talk
random
about it. It's
shit.
okay. No, we always have to start with random nonsense while people are
It's a
trickling in.
small
Yeah, it's
talk.
tradition at
Yeah.
this point.
It's for small
It's
talk.
Small talk. You always have to start with small talk.
Yeah.
I learned this.
Yeah, I watch podcasts.
From
I know
the-
this.
from the professionals.
Yeah, I learned it from Mark. Therefore, it is
The
gospel.
professionals.
It is gospel.
Yeah, exactly.
It's important.
Stone aged. I mean, are you stone aged?
No, Kathy is. I'm older than that. Come on.
You're from the Triassic period.
Exactly.
I can't remember which one's the oldest, so I just said one.
Well, it's older than the Stone Age, so good
Yeah,
job.
yep. What if I look that up right now? Hold on.
You're gonna look up the different periods of time. Okay.
Okay. Oh, well, it's telling me the earliest known dinosaur, which is the Nyasasaurus. The
Nyasasaurus. Did it look like
Are
a
you
cat?
a Nyasasaurus? I don't know. It doesn't show me a picture. Dating to the late Anisian stage, about
Anisian.
243 million years ago. Is that where you're from?
Oh yeah, that's about right. That's about how
And
old I am.
You're a Nyasasaurus.
I'm I can't even say that. Oh my god.
Nyasasaurus.
Nyasasaurus.
It's like a Yasasaurus with an N.
Nyasasaurus.
Yasasaurus.
Ugh.
Yasasaurus.
Yes.
I will.
Yasasaurus.
I would like to see if you told Aaron and Dan about a Nyasasaurus, what they would draw to
Nyasasaurus.
represent that dinosaur.
It would just be a generic dinosaur like a T-Rex, just like
With cat
going,
ears,
"Yeah,"
obviously.
with cat ears.
Perfect. That's what it looked like. I'm 100% sure now.
Okay, is that good small talk? Or do you do good?
I think we have covered our small talk basis. That went on for 5 minutes. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yeah,
job,
we did a
guys.
good start. All right, I think we can start now.
Good small talk. Welcome, everyone. We are actually here to talk.
Yes, Eleanor.
Eleanor, thank you. Goodness, you're listening to Distractable. Anyways, we're here to
Yes.
talk about TBHK. That's the topic of today. That's what we're here
Yes.
for.
That is, in fact, what we were talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're at chapter 112. Every time I see the number when I'm putting it in, I'm like, really? It's because I just reused from the last chapter, so I don't actually keep track. Just up the number by one every time.
Wow.
But yeah, we're at 112 now. It's getting up there in numbers.
Things are winding up and then they're gonna wind down too.
I hope they wind down at some point. They may
I'm
just keep
scared.
winding up to infinity.
Yeah, I believe that.
At this rate.
It's Ida Eero for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sorry.
Alright, so we're going to the intros or we're going to go straight into the
What? These people know who we
Intros,
are.
who needs
Y'all know who we
intros?
are, right?
Like 2 years since the first podcast, so I think everyone knows who we all are.
If they don't know who we are, then I guess they're gonna go this entire podcast thinking, I wonder what these people's names are.
Yeah, you guys don't
okay.
care about our names.
Screw the other 70 listeners that come in not
Ex-
for the live podcast, right?
Yeah. They're gonna wonder. They're gonna leave comments. That's how we're gonna get comments. It's gonna be people like, but wait,
Listen.
what's your name?
we have so many podcasts. We have so many podcasts where we say our name. So I think, if you really want to know, you can just look back. And it'll be at the beginning of most podcasts.
So my name is Nyasaurus.
No, it's a Nyasasaurus. There's
Nyasasaurus, sorry.
Nyasasaurus.
Officially.
Like I said, a Yasasaurus, but with an N in front. So Nyasasaurus.
And we are here to
My name
talk.
is-
We're talking about TBHK.
Yeah. My name is a caffeinated corpse. Is that okay?
Yes, correct.
Oh, Aminus and Kathy. No one knows who you are, I guess.
I think
I'm
it's just
glad
because
I'm
people don't know
memorable.
how we're saying Kathy's name.
Maybe, yeah. It's short. It's a shortening of caffeinated.
Yeah,
Taffy.
I came out with that 2 years ago. Anyways, TBHK, chapter 112.
For real this time. Okay.
For real.
For real.
We start this chapter. Right? As all chapters do, they start.
Oh my god, get on with it.
And we're in a chasm here. We don't exactly know where we are, but Ness is there. Not. Oh my god!
I'm there. I have a flower pot in front of me.
This is a fan fiction, actually, guys.
It's me.
Nene
Yes.
is there, and she's in front of a potted plant, and which is just really correct because she's into gardening and whatever.
Yes.
But she basically looking at this potted plant, and right now it's supposed to represent all the problems that she has gone through in life and where her life has gotten up to this point.
Well, really, the pot represents her relationship with Hanako, but
I love, to be honest, my life has been filled with nothing but problems up until now. The first problem she's ever had in her life was meeting Hanako for the first time.
that was her first problem. Her first and only
Her
problem.
first problem ever. Like, before that, she never had any problems in her life.
Yeah, but it's sprouting a little bit, right? It's growing. And then this worm comes in. It's a slight inconvenience, and that represents the rumors getting twisted from the 7 mysteries, right? And she just talked outside because that was early manga stuff. It didn't really matter that much, right?
Remember when that was a thing, guys? It was a long time ago.
Yeah. It's not like Ida Eero doesn't care about what happened at the beginning of the manga. That never gets brought up again. Even though
I'm
it's getting brought up
sure.
over literally right now.
Yeah, of course.
as we are looking at it right now, that is what's happening.
But a thunderstorm comes in, and that represents her discovering how little time she has left. And
I love just the look on her face to that reaction to that, like, oh my god.
But then another issue was getting trapped into the perfect world, and she's now hiding from lightning on that box, which I don't think that's how it works.
It's a metaphor. It works metaphorically.
It's a metaphor.
And now she's trotting through the desert trying to protect this little plant that she has growing. And she's saying, "Oh, this pretty much represents a supernatural appearing at the school festival." And then now she has to destroy the Yoroshiros, and things are just getting worse and worse. But she's trying her hardest to protect this potted plant.
I think
And
that
after all
last one
that
is her
time-
in a tornado. Is that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it is. I couldn't figure it out.
Because she
But,
was the tornado,
finally,
remember?
Oh yeah, of course.
finally the plant grows, and it's gotten this tall, but it's never blossomed before. And she's wondering why. But then the number one yoinks the plant from
He does
her.
yoink it. He yoinked it so hard.
He yoinks the plant from her, and he basically points out that the reason why it's not blossoming is because it's rotten from the core, from the root, and therefore it will never bloom. But if what they basically do is give her a new plant instead, with a new pot, everything all inclusive,
All
and it's
inclusive
beautiful.
pot. It's sparkling and everything.
Yeah, sparkling, beautiful, disease-free, strong, healthy, in their own words. And they say, "Oh, the prettier versions of things are always better, right?" And they basically leave Nene with
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And
That
but-
line, I feel like, is going to be really important to like this
Yeah.
whole arc, and basically the whole lesson of it.
Yeah.
yeah. Basically, things aren't going to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's really obvious that the plant is
Yeah.
a metaphor for Hanako. And,
Yeah.
just in case people didn't really quite catch that, they drive it home by having the plant be a camellia blossom plant, which has been Hanako's flower from literally the front cover of the first volume.
Yep.
That is his flower. It symbolizes him and it symbolizes his brother. So, in case
Alright,
people missed
I-
that, you got it.
Mm.
I guess we can get back to the plant because I'm but yeah, moving on. Nene, she wants the plant back, right? Because it's important to her. And then suddenly we switch to present day, but this time they're at the school festival. There's
Present in quotes. We're in present day.
Yeah. One of the presents. And she's reaching out with a corn dog. It's hilarious.
I love that.
Hilarious paddle. And then, but she's with Aoi, right? And Aoi's basically saying, "What's up? You've been out of it all day." But then is not to worry. But she had this dream, and it's just been bothering her since this morning. And in the most relatable moment ever, she's like, "It was like the dream. I forgot."
I love, huh? I forgot.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yep.
And I like how she called bites of the corn dog before she's like, "I forgot."
she did
Yeah, she took a bite first. Oh, it's so her.
Even Aoi. Typical Nene.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was basically saying, I was looking forward to having you to myself all this time at school festival. Why is your head in the clouds? But Nene says, yeah, it was rude of me, so let's go hang out. And then we get these series of panels with them going around, snapping pictures, going to the haunted house. They're just having a grand time.
And obviously, Aoi's hand is working properly. We are seeing the effects of new timeline. Aoi is no longer in any way involved with supernatural stuff.
Aoi no longer has hand hurt.
Yep.
Hurt hand.
He has two functional hands, completely functional, probably still thinks Akane is a total freak and doesn't really like her.
Well, we'll
This is
see.
the worst
'cause
timeline.
basically.
Oh gosh.
But then we see someone interested. This is where things start to get pretty interesting. We see
Yeah.
what's her name again?
May.
Shijima May.
May.
Yeah.
Yeah. We see May walk past in the other direction, and we know that she's supposed to be dead.
She's
Right,
supposed to be
she's-
dead. She's supposed to have been dead for a while. Like, wasn't I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know if they gave an exact date on that, but like, wasn't the general feeling that that was something that happened in like the 80s or
yes,
90s?
yes, or yeah,
Is
I
somewhere
believe
back
so.
there.
Oh,
Just
that's
I think it
why
was
she's not in a school
before the
uniform.
2000s at the very least.
yeah. So basically, she
So that's
shouldn't still be at school, but granted, she's not in a school uniform.
Yeah, she
So,
kind of looks like a teacher to me.
yeah, she might be a
yeah.
teacher.
So she's probably the art teacher.
Well,
But
yeah,
yeah,
that
they're
is the
looking
art
at
room right there.
Mhm.
so and they're looking at art, and then we see another character we know, Minamoto. Cool. And he's selling takoyaki.
Ah, I love takoyaki.
I haven't tried.
I
Really? Oh my
have
god, it's
tried
so
it.
good.
It's pretty good.
But he pretty much, walks up to Nene because they were wondering who is that, even though they should know each other, but sussy timeline. He walks up to Nene and he gives her a ticket for some for some takoyaki. And yeah, that's that. They go about the business, but Ko goes back to Mitsuba, which I didn't realize until my second read. So that was pretty.
Yeah, I had to ask about that because I didn't
Yeah,
notice
I
it
guess
in
I was
my
the only
first
one of
read.
us that noticed that immediately.
To be
I was like,
fair, it's
oh,
not a
this is a-
front-facing shot, so you've gotta look. It's like you gotta know what you're looking at. But that's
I
definitely
officially
Mitsuba.
pay more attention than you two.
This is not news to me.
Ah, gosh.
But yeah, Nene's still unsure if she knows him, but more than likely she doesn't really. But Aoi reminds her that she's supposed to be the star in the upcoming play that's about to happen. And Nene says, "Yeah, obviously Nene was a tornado, right? We know
Yeah,
Nene is a
sure.
tornado. So the star, that's just crazy.
Like
But
she's suddenly the star of this show. What's
This
going
usually
on?
doesn't happen. What do you mean?
What?
hmm but it seems like as soon as Aoi said it, Nene just knew that it was just true.
Mhm.
And they chose her. She was practicing for all this, but she can't help this uneasy feeling that she's been feeling. Like she's been just feeling half asleep the entire time, and like things aren't real. And these song lyrics, she knows everything, but it just doesn't feel like it's her. Something's off. But then she looks in the crowd.
What's
Mhm.
hilarious for me before we get to that part, is just the implication that Nene's relationship with Hanako is why she never stood out in her class and never succeeded.
So
This
it's so
is-
funny that like something that you'd think would make her stand out doesn't like makes her stand out less.
Yeah. Like, apparently, if she wanted to be popular, all she had to do was not get involved with Hanako.
That's so funny.
Wow, crazy. But she looks out into the crowd, and we see a kind of smile, kind of a sad smile on Hanako. But he's just watched the show. He's pretty happy. Well, he's happy for Nene. That's what his
But he's
face
not
is
actually
telling
there.
me, at least.
Yeah, he's not there.
It's a lie.
But yeah, but that's actually there. And Nene just seeing but she calls out to him anyways. And then we switch scenes. Now we're going to get some Teru Aoi action, right?
Action. Hold on.
So the first thing,
I like how you
Not
phrased
even-
that. That was funny.
not even a good morning, good afternoon, how are you doing? A punch in the face. That's what
The
Aoi gets.
president. Boom! Nah, that is a normal hello. That's just how Teru says hello to Akane every time he walks into the student council room.
Yeah. I mean, Akane doesn't really seem that surprised by
Yeah,
it
it's like,
for a
okay.
reason.
He-
like, God,
he knows
ow.
she deserves it.
He did.
But yeah, Teru points out that he didn't bring Yashiro, which I don't know why he didn't. He was explicitly told to bring Yashiro. I don't know why he didn't.
Because he doesn't
But-
trust Akane.
He doesn't trust him. He doesn't trust him or
how
care
would
about
that
what he tells him to do.
Yeah. So yeah, he wanted to approach Akane first on his own terms, just to decide if like getting Yashido involved would even be safe. At the very
Yeah.
least, he's sure that Yashido is a human being, and Akane's like not he's half supernatural.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he's this line is the most telling for Teru. He says, before he brought Yashiro, is going to decide whether he should treat Aoi as a supernatural or a human being. So basically, he's just racist. We all
Absolutely.
know
We knew that.
Yeah. Yes, we all know.
like you can swap out supernatural for any minority, and then it's just telling, really. But whatever. Um, he really wants to know what the clock keepers did, what's happening. But Aoi explains that it's a butterfly effect, and small changes in the past can make huge changes in the present. Basically, the power of the clock keepers is what I'm inferring.
It is interesting that Tara specifically says you really let me down. Like you had expectations for him. Like
Yeah.
you were really counting on him to help you out there. That's unusual. It's highly unusual.
He was until now, and
Until
he isn't
now,
anymore.
and now he's like,
He
no.
gave him one single chance and
Mhm.
failure.
Yeah.
But now they're at a brand new present, and but always just pointing out how peaceful it is. No one's turned into monsters. Time won't come
Yes,
to a
no fun.
standstill.
Where's all the fun?
Yeah. Man, it's such a boring school festival now.
So
God.
boo, boo,
Tomato, tomato.
tomato, tomato, boo. Ugh.
And so that was basically the clock keeper's goal. They found the root of the issue and they fixed it. Which so far the root of the issue it seems like um Nene meeting Anako, but we know that they went further than that.
They
So
definitely went further than that.
um so Teru's just like, so you expect me to just forget about the whole world, throw it out and in with the new, but either way they're going to forget after 3 days apparently, based on what I was saying. And he's saying, who knows? There might be some people who still hold on to the past, or some people who might prefer the past. Um, could be Yashiro, it could be Teru, and those two people probably are the ones who prefer the past. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about Teru, but definitely Yashiro.
I don't know. We have yet to see how much this will have affected Teru. I don't
Yeah,
we still don't know what Teru's plans are. Like just that he vaguely has some sort of plan. We don't know what his end goal
and that
is.
and that
So
he's upset
he
about
vaguely has a
this.
plan.
Yeah.
That he doesn't like this.
Yeah, he doesn't like this for whatever reason.
Yeah, we're
Yashido
not
doesn't
sure.
like it obviously because Hanako's not here
Because
anymore.
Hanako. Yeah.
Um Ko doesn't seem to remember any of this, although I do feel like Ko would be a lot more on board with New Present because he got Mitsuba back alive.
Yeah, true.
Mhm.
He's like, you get to have your boyfriend, but I don't.
It's not fair! At least before all this, we could compromise and both have ghost boyfriends. Come on!
Yeah, exactly. We were buddies. We were ghost boyfriend buddies. We both had ghost boyfriends. And we bonded over that. What happened? Uh,
I like they're clearly setting up Yashiro and Teru for being like the main focuses right now because they're the ones who
Mhm.
remember, right?
Yeah.
And I like the idea of these two now like spending time together trying to solve this problem, and everyone around them being like, "Oh my god, Nene and Teru are together? What's going on?"
And then Nene's reaction just being complete opposite to what it would have been at the
Yeah.
beginning of the story. It's like now it's like, no, no.
Aoi
No.
nudging her like, "Hey, Minamoto senpai's paying attention to you," and she's like, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
like,
I guess.
"What?"
It's like, yeah, I guess,
Well,
whatever.
I didn't know we reached pictures already, but we can put that in there definitely.
Uh,
But we switch scenes once again, just closing off the chapter. Now we're with Shishikomori, and he's basically in the teacher's room, but he just realized that, it's already gotten that late. The school festival is coming to an end. And his colleague asks him, what's with that wristwatch? It's broken. It doesn't move. It doesn't work. And Sashikomori explained that it was given to him by a colleague of his from a long time ago, Yugi. And yeah, I think that sort of implying that Yugi died. I'm not sure. Just
Yeah,
by
it feels like it
tone.
really is by his facial expression.
Yeah, he's got that air about him where it's
He's
like,
got
yes, this friend I used to
"Ah,
have
yes."
that is no longer
Yeah.
around kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is interesting that it's a watch. It's a clock that
Yeah,
Amane gave
true.
him. And I am pretty sure it's Amane. I know a couple people were theorizing that, like, oh, maybe he's talking about Tsukasa and Amane actually
feel like-
died as a little kid.
Oh my God.
yeah,
Why would
probably
anyone
not.
think that?
I don't.
I mean, like, well, because like we know that Amane's future was going to be as a teacher at the school. So this, like, why would it not be him?
And Tsukasa wouldn't be a teacher.
Yeah, there's no way.
Tsukasa wouldn't do
There's
that.
no way.
He wouldn't. Not a chance.
I imagine grown-up Sakasa being one of his students. Like, I don't see Sakasa ever growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It may just be that they took Tsukasa out of the equation completely. I don't know. I don't know what they did.
Yeah, I don't. That's the thing. It's like we don't know what they did, and we don't know what originally even happened for sure.
Right?
So,
like, we don't know the original timeline, and we don't know what this timeline is now either.
so it's very confusing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
weren't we saying something about a loop over and over, try again thingy?
Yeah, I was
might
implying that
happen?
there might be a try again kind of time loop thing going on.
Yeah.
We are at the 4th Mitsuba. Technically, this is OG Mitsuba.
Yeah, technically this is OG Mitsuba that we have back.
Oh, that was another thing we were talking about earlier, is the rather solid implication there that the Red House was in fact directly involved in Mitsuba's accident that killed him.
Yes, because they went back and changed like the whole thing that happened with Tsukasa and Amane, but that fixed Mitsuba though.
Yeah.
And that like implies that like the Red House like curse was the reason that Mitsuba died.
Because otherwise there'd be no reason for him to be alive. It was an accident.
There was a photograph of the Red House that was found by Nene and Co. in his room.
Yeah, I remember at the time we
that's interesting.
theorized a lot about whether that implied that the Red House was involved, and it was kind of iffy.
Yeah, it's like maybe or maybe not.
Yeah, maybe, because like when Nene picks up the picture, initially it's blank, and then the Red House appears
But like,
on it.
it's like, why would it be just a blank picture though?
Yeah,
In a picture, like in a book of like other pictures that are actual pictures. So I think it actually was supposed to be. It's just like supernatural fuckery happening.
So yeah, that's an old theory, but apparently confirmed now.
It feels like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess we don't know what they changed, but it seems like it.
What really confuses me though is why Shijima Mei is now alive.
Yeah, that's interesting.
How is that involved?
We're thinking about how did she die again?
Well, May just had an illness, right?
Yeah,
like
she just had an illness.
She had a terminal illness that like was a problem for a really long time, and then eventually she died. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what her deal was.
If I remember correctly, there was never any question about whether she was going to survive it. It was one of those, it's like, this is going to kill you young one day kind of deal.
Yeah.
Maybe the Red House was involved in this again.
I don't. It would be weird though, because there was never any slight implication that there was something weird going on with that, right? It was just an illness. It's like, even the Shijima Mei we dealt with wasn't even the original. Like, it was an imaginary friend, essentially. An imaginary recreation of her.
Maybe that Mei could be a clone then.
I mean, that's what we were talking about earlier, Emmy, about this not actually being a real timeline and this actually being faked by the. So yeah, do you want to explain that?
Yeah, my thought was that this might be like a reoccurrence of the Picture Perfect arc, essentially, that potentially that this timeline is fake. Because my thought was that the broadcast trio were defeated too easily, essentially.
Yeah, it does feel like that, yeah.
They were beaten way too easily. We didn't even really see Sakura getting involved near the end there, and we know they conscripted May to do something. We
Yeah.
still don't know exactly what, just that
We
it's to
got
help with this
the
plan, whatever it was.
wasn't it confirmed that the petals were made by her? The
Yeah,
sakura petal
the
like
petals
things?
were definitely
Yeah.
made by her, so we know
So
she's
that's one
involved in
thing,
this
but we
plan.
don't. I really don't think that's the only thing they would have gotten her to do.
Yeah, so my
Mhm.
thought was if the broadcast trio wants to beat the clock keepers and they know going in what the clock keepers can do, then their best bet would be to make the clock keepers believe that they won, believe that they succeeded in fixing the timeline. And that would give them free access without having to worry about the clock keepers' powers because they wouldn't be expecting it now.
Mhm.
All right, so, and their goal, how does it tie back to their goal, making Yashiro
Well, they need to
destroy the Yorishiro?
they need to get the Yorishiro, right? And right now they've created a situation that's bad for Nene, right? Like she's been separated from Hanako right as she wanted to confess to him. She still
Yeah.
has her memories of what went down. So, they might act as the devil on her shoulder now. The whole, oh, don't you want to go back to how things were? Don't you want to
Oh,
return to
yeah, like
Hanako and tell him how you really feel?
trick her into destroying the Yorishiro of the clock keepers
Yeah.
so that it'll reset the timeline back and like reset what they did.
So it's like my thought is that that's possible. Like that's definitely a line they could take, and I could see Ida Iro taking that line. But they can also just as easily go with this actually being a real new timeline because I'm sure Ida Iro would love to jump into the complexities around the morality of reverting this timeline back to what it
Oh
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because they will. There's no worse cop out than ending a series with, oh, and it never happened, actually.
Yeah, I feel like we've already gotten the whole, we've gotten enough of the whole perfect fake world kind of thing. Like we already went through that. I feel like we don't need to do that again, and I feel like it'd be more interesting to explore the morality of changing this timeline back.
I still want to see more time travel shenanigans. If
Yeah, that's
Nene
the
and
thing.
Teru want to fix this present, maybe they need to go back to the
That's
past.
the thing. I want this to be real because that like makes it more likely that they'd have to go into the past to fix it.
And then we get to
If
find
it's
out what
fake, they
happened
just
between
have to
Hanako and
confront
Tsukasa.
if it was fake, they just have to confront the broadcast trio about
Yeah,
it.
that's definitely going to be the segue to find out what happened to Hanako and Tsukasa. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's like it's like real and not faked.
Yeah, so I am thinking that there's good potential that it's real,
But
just
then
as
I'm
much as
like-
there's potential that it's fake.
But then I'm
But
like,
we don't know.
I feel like they have more plans for Shijima than that. All right, like
Right.
they
It's been
got-
so
they
weird
have
to just not have her around for so long, right? At least with the other Wonders, they kind of like kept vague tabs on them. If not through the main series, through the spin off, they would bring them up like, oh yeah, here's Yako. She's still around. She's doing stuff. But it's like,
Yeah.
but Shijima just disappeared off the face of the planet after making a deal with Tsukasa. That's all we know.
Yeah.
And then she comes back with flowers. Maybe it's supposed to be a diversion for real, like a distraction.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Tsukasa was definitely, well, maybe not Tsukasa. Like, Tsukasa doesn't necessarily think things through that well, but Sakura's group as a whole does think things through immensely. Like, Sakura plans things out. So it's weird that they wouldn't have planned for the Clock Keeper's main powers.
Luna Star says, "I still don't know how the key will be part of all this," and
No, Eleanor, the key always exists.
wait, what? Hold on, wait.
The key can't not exist
Wait,
in this
no.
timeline. It is integral to the story. There's no
I was
way
just
it
gonna
doesn't
say,
exist.
I was just gonna say that when the key happened, that was also a time travel incident.
Yeah.
So it's already connected by that.
Oh, it's gonna tie back in. Just wait. In fact, this is the arc where it will tie back in.
I wasn't gonna say, yes, the key definitely exists in this timeline, guys.
The key must exist.
I mean, I hope so, but I don't think so.
It's gotta exist. Nene may
Wouldn't
not
make
have
any
the key.
Oh yes, it exists somewhere in space time. It's fine. We'll just find it.
Oh, worst timeline. They erased Kikun. We have to go back.
Oh yeah. If Nene ever went back, then I guess that means Amine kept his key.
Yeah, I guess so. That's true.
I guess that means the key technically had existed.
Had exist. Yeah.
It had existed.
The key is currently with Amane in his grave. He
In
was
his
buried
grave.
with it. That's just how valuable the key was.
Sugimori's like, the watch wasn't the only keepsake he left me. Opens the door, pulls out the key, and he's like, I've seen it before.
Oh, Brandon, this copium is delicious, and you should try some.
It's really funny.
There,
Yeah,
we've
that's what I'm
solved.
saying. I don't think. I mean, the key does.
Mhm.
It's just that Nene would have never got it. The keys would have still existed.
So now that we've solved the mystery of where the key is in this timeline, which
We
was, of
know
course,
he
the most
exists,
the
so-
most important mystery of this new timeline.
Obviously. Well, I feel like we talked about a lot of the mostly other important stuff.
Mitsuba, I'm kind of looking forward to, what Ko and Mitsuba's involvement in this is going to be.
Yeah, they kind of
Mhm.
didn't get much here
They're just
because they don't
vaguely
remember
mentioned.
anything.
Yeah.
Cole
Yeah.
wasn't one of the people being judged, right? He was on the outside, so there's no way of him ever knowing that this isn't
Yeah,
his original
he's
timeline.
yeah, he's very like not involved as of right now.
It's just it's quite the moral dilemma there, isn't it? Because the Mitsuba we know just ceased to exist.
Yeah,
They literally never existed
this
now.
Mitsuba is a separate entity from the Mitsuba we knew from our old timeline.
Our Mitsuba just poofed out of existence, and I
Yeah.
don't feel good about that.
Yeah,
But
imagine
also,
if they actually wanted to go back in time. That would be terrible.
Mhm.
That would be terrible for all the people who were dead and now alive. They'd be basically killing them.
But you did kill off a Mitsuba number 3? Mitsuba number 3 by going to this timeline. So
That's a lot of Mitsubas that have
another
died.
personal sacrifice. Yeah, right.
Mitsuba's third death. Fourth? Technically,
This time 4th. If you count the timeline being changed to where he never existed, then yeah, 4th.
well, I was thinking if you count the severance, right?
Oh yeah, the severance. Yeah, because he had his original death, and then he was the ghost, and then he died as the ghost and came back as the okay. So wait, that's 2,
The puppet.
3. Yeah. Okay.
Then
yeah,
the
that makes sense.
severance, and then he got poofed out of existence.
Yep. It's funny. I was looking at his wiki page earlier, and it lists deceased at least twice. I'm pulling it up right now. I need to see.
Poor Mitsuba. He's had a rough time.
Status.
Am I the only one that thought that this chapter just got started when it ended?
Yeah.
Like, I was ready for some more.
Yeah, I felt
same,
way
yeah.
too short. Reached the end of that, and I'm like, come on.
Status disconnected as the third mystery representative. Deceased as a human. Deceased as a ghost. Cause of death. Traffic accident as a human. Changing of rumors. Comma. Stabbed as a ghost.
oh, Mitsuba.
Imagine reading that with no context from the
Yep.
series. So, what did they do to this character?
I want to show that to someone. No context from the series. I don't know who. I just want to walk up to a
Double
random person and be like,
deceased.
check out this character. The double deceased character.
He's even more than double deceased, but I guess that's all that technically counts, since everything else got reset. Those are the only 2 deaths he had that didn't get reset.
Yep.
He has 2 permanent deaths.
Man, if we've reset everything, I guess all the Wonders still have their Yorishiro. But, like, who's number 7?
Who's number
That-
7?
maybe-
Who's number who's Shijima? Who takes Shijima's place?
Yeah.
Number 4. Yeah,
You know,
too.
that sort of adds to your theory, Gimme. Because how would they deal with that otherwise? The one about the picture perfect. It's being a fake world.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know if we're gonna get into like the mysteries because we have other things to deal with.
Yeah, Yeah, they may just skim over that.
They may just think that people will assume that other entities have taken up the roles.
Yeah. Or maybe there
there
is
are
no
a lot of
wonders because in this
speculation.
perfect timeline they don't even need the wonders.
I mean,
Except
the
the
fact
clock
that
keepers.
Tsushinomori is there makes me think. Yeah, and the clock. I think that's probably false.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I would assume that just different entities are taking up those roles.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Different entities
Shikamura
got
is still
appointed to
there.
them. Yeah.
I
Teru.
wonder if we're gonna get the details on Teru's plan, whatever it is. This arc is finally gonna bring to light what he's been scheming all along.
This whole time
Bro, he
since
talked to it
chapter
5 minutes ago.
1.
He talked to it 5 minutes ago. That's why he hasn't been doing anything at all.
It's
Yeah.
5 minutes ago. No. You don't understand. He's been thinking about it this whole time, and his brain just takes that long to like process the plan. That like now finally he understands what it is.
I'm just looking forward to him just finally, maybe just doing something. He's given every opportunity right now. Everything is pointing in his direction.
He's been given the power to be the hero this time.
Yeah.
Exactly. Cole, who was MVP for like the last couple arcs, is now in the background. He's a background character. So Teru needs to stand out. He has big shoes to fill,
Teru's
man.
turn.
I never thought I would live to see the day that you would advocate for Teru becoming the main character. And yet here we are.
Justify his existence. He needs to be justified.
Yeah, I really
You're holding
hope
him accountable. I see.
this is finally the arc where Teru does something.
He
Please
has
let
to.
this be.
If he doesn't do anything, that's just gonna be Yashiro doing everything.
And we know Yashido can't do everything because if Yashido tries, she's gonna mess up. We know that.
Yeah, we know.
That's what she does. It's her gimmick.
She always needs some amount of help.
Yeah.
Every time I think of Yashiro messing up, I always think of Hanako's descendant.
I think the picture perfect arc is definitely the best Nene has done.
Yeah.
In general,
Nene
She
did
hasn't beaten
great
that.
in Picture Perfect Arc.
She
I
did
can't
so
wait
well.
to see it animated
That
in
was
season
her girl
2.
boss moment. Yes. Picture perfect arc was just her girl boss arc, and then she lost her girl boss.
Yeah. And then the Red House
She can
happened.
only be a girl
Hanako's
boss in a
descendant
fake world.
happened, and she still hasn't recovered from the Hanako descendant
No.
thing.
I remember the picture perfect arc when Nene was a girl boss. I remember.
The good old days.
Oh god, the good old days before Mitsuba died 4 times.
Gosh, I'm tempted to reread that arc now.
Picture Perfect?
Again.
Yeah,
I want to
think-
reread it.
Yeah. Elena said, "No, this is Nene's arc. She still needs to redeem herself after the Red House arc." I think I do want it to be mostly Nene's arc, but like I want Tara to do things.
Yeah, I want him to be
Just him.
useful.
I don't want him to be the main character of all this, but like I want him to be useful
Mhm.
to what's going on. I still want it to be Nene because she has the most emotional stake in this.
Mhm. I think it's been interesting just how much Akane has taken center stage in the manga ever since like the Severance arc. Since
Oh,
number
yeah,
6, really.
Yeah, since number 6, he's been a huge part of it almost
Yeah.
the whole time.
It's like
True.
he was such a background presence for the first half of the entire manga, and with like the
Yeah.
one Clock Keepers arc right at the start, just introducing the Clock Keepers, and then boom,
Yeah.
center stage Akane.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, because like after the initial Keepers arc, he kind of went back into the background again.
Yeah.
He didn't like sometimes they interacted with him and stuff, but like after that it was kind of until number 6's stuff started happening. He was still like mostly in the background most of the time.
Yeah, he was just an obsessed lover gag. Really.
Yeah.
We just knew he was one of the mysteries also, so it made him a little more interesting.
And then the Severance arc happened, and it was like, actually, there's a lot more going on to this relationship, and everyone's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what?
What? This is so interesting. I love it.
Like, what? I can ship these two now without feeling weird about it? Yo!
I love this.
Yeah, when Aoi, oh my god, I forgot this. I have the same name. When Akane pointed out Aoi's flaws, I thought that was really real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
yeah.
That's still one of my favorite ship moments from this entire
Oh, that yeah, it was
series.
so good. Oh my god.
Because
Just
I didn't know he knew she had flaws. He just
yeah,
accepted them.
yeah. It's like he actually
Like
knows
Allie
her.
didn't even know that. Like Allie was like, You don't understand. You think I'm perfect and everything." He's like, "Nope."
Because we see these tropes in anime all the time, right? Like some rom-com, you'd see this person just idolizing the main character, their love interest, and never see any sort of fault at all. But this is good.
Good question, Eleanor. Do you think Samira gets eaten alive in this timeline?
Probably not, because no one would have ever made her escape the part of the boundary she's in the first place.
Yeah, I guess
Did he
she's
even go
still
back that
a
far?
Yorishiro.
She's probably still a Yorishiro, just
Yeah,
just chilling in her part of the boundary as she
Where
was before Nene shook everything up for her.
where number 6 is just pretending that she doesn't exist.
Yep, that's the state they're in. You know, maybe that's better.
Probably.
Maybe that's better. Maybe that's how we should have left things.
I don't like that. That relationship needs work. They need therapy.
Well, it ended in one of them eating the other, so
Listen, everyone in this manga needs various amounts of therapy. It's just that one is a lot worse than most of the other relationships.
That one's a lot.
Yeah.
Luna, I agree. I hope Hanako doesn't disappear for another 6 months.
Oh god.
That'll make me so sad.
I can't do it again.
I will laugh if that happens, but I don't want it to happen.
Not Doritos this time.
It's not Doritos.
Doritos, but he still doesn't technically exist in this timeline that we're in right now.
At the very least, I do think we're going to be getting a lot of Amane.
Yes, yeah.
Because if this is a genuine, like, if this is a real rewritten timeline, then I think the odds are really good that they're gonna have to go back to the past to
fix whatever the clockkeepers
fixed. Fix whatever the clockkeepers fixed.
Yeah, fix what they fixed. It's like, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. But it was broken.
Thereby killing
No, it wasn't. It was great. We were all having a great time being dead. or almost dying, or being close to death.
How
what do you mean?
Dare you save our lives so that we live happy and free of problems?
I think, how did I word this to you, Emmy, with Yashira? It was like Yashira has 2 buttons in front of her. One of hers is don't die young, and the other one is Hanako, and she just keeps pressing the Hanako button.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny.
Nene's priorities might not be straight, but at least she knows what they are.
She knows what they are. She knows. She says, living or ghost boyfriend.
Ghost boyfriend. And come on, are any of us surprised? Of course. Like, from the start, Nene's initial characterization, of course she would pick ghost boyfriend over anything else.
Of course she would. Yeah, God.
You know, that is a good point, Luna. Would you rather be stuck in a time loop or be eaten? Like, maybe being eaten would be a better fate than being stuck in a time loop where you end dying every single time.
Maybe. It's just less disturbing for us, the audience.
Yeah, but the important thing is, did number 6 eat her because he was sympathizing with her, or did he just eat her because...
He ate her because she looked tasty.
He ate her because
exactly.
he was
that's
hungry.
That's what makes it wrong, right? if you know, he could have killed her, but he ate her. Same thing, same result, right? But if he like ended her life, and it was just because he wants to end her misery at the same time, then it wouldn't be that bad. But she was just a happy meal, as Ned said. She's a victim.
Smear a happy meal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm pretty sure there was a little bit more to it than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
What if he just wanted to become one with her, finally?
Oh my god, please. Not that cliche.
Congratulations, Samira and Hakubo, you win the prize for being the most messed up relationship in this manga.
Oh yeah, number 1.
Which is, you know, that's a high honor.
Yep.
Manga.
And that somehow includes, like, the brotherly relationship between Hanako and Tsukasa. So
true. Yeah, like, at least At least one of them didn't eat the other.
Yeah, at least no one consumed anyone there. Probably.
It was just murder that happened, not cannibalism. Probably.
Probably.
From what we know.
I mean, I wouldn't completely rule it out with Tsukasa,
No,
but like
I wouldn't rule
probably.
it with Picasso either. I mean, we've seen we've seen
We've seen things.
we've seen things. Like I don't know, we haven't seen him like I guess we did see him like force feeding that heart to Mitsuba, and like since they're both supernaturals, that's technically cannibalism.
Yep.
So he forced someone into cannibalism.
Yeah, and I feel like he's totally done that before, just
Yeah, he
with the
totally
comfort
yeah.
around it. He was like, "Oh yeah, totally. Just eat this supernatural, and you'll get stronger. That's how it works." It's like,
Yeah.
why do you know that, Tsukasa?
I've done
What
that
did
before.
you do? Suddenly we know why he's so powerful. It's because he went on a cannibalistic spree.
Yeah. As we all know, cannibalism makes you powerful. That's how cannibalism works.
You heard it here, folks. A trademark Little Chewbacca Talks.
Have you guys watched Hazbin Hotel?
Clearly, cannibalism makes you strong.
Cannibalism equals power. Tsukasa has Def considered eating Amane, I fear. Sad face. I feel that.
Absolutely. He's thought about it. He's looked at his brother and thought, I wonder what he tastes like.
I wonder what he tastes like.
100% that has gone through his head. I'm guaranteed.
What if I just chop off one of his fingers, eat it while he's not looking? He'll never notice.
It's like they're sleeping and Amane rolls over and suddenly he feels a tug and he wakes up and he's just Tsukasa there trying to like eat his hair and he's like, "What the fuck, man?"
Fuck?
He's like, I just wanted to know what your hair tasted like.
Why couldn't I have been a normal sibling? What do you mean? Normal siblings always try to eat their other siblings' hair.
This is totally normal.
My sister tried to eat my foot.
Yeah, but your sister was doing that to actually, be a menace.
What, and Tsukasa isn't a menace on purpose?
He is a menace, but he does it out of sheer curiosity because he actually wants to know.
And of being a menace.
He does like being a menace. It brings him joy.
Because being a menace causes Amane to react in fun ways.
Yes, he has such fun reactions.
Like fear and disgust.
Terror, PTSD. All the funnest reactions,
so fun.
Gotta love that.
It's just so fun when he gives his brother a panic attack.
Whew. Anyways, did we have other comments about this chapter? Did chat want to ask us any questions? I forgot to ask. We were just getting into the rant about theories.
Yep.
Let us know if you have questions. Kaffy, do you have a question? I feel like we were talking over you for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to find somewhere in the manga.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's okay, we're just waiting for questions if anyone has them.
But we already went over predictions basically, right?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah, basically.
I mean, my theorizing basically summarized my predictions anyways. It's like,
yes, it's either gonna go one way or the other.
It's one way or the other. What I can predict pretty certainly is that we're not keeping this new timeline. We're not.
Oh yeah.
It's not happening.
Too good.
I don't know
For sure.
how long we're gonna keep it for, but yeah. Yeah, and it's like it reminds me of when the Severance happened, right? And everyone was like, "Oh my god, the manga's gonna end with the Severance. It's gonna be it." And it's just the end. Goodbye. And I'm like, no, they're not gonna do that. They would never do that because there's a way. Yeah, it's so unsatisfying, and there's way too many loose ends. Like they're not gonna do that. They can't do that. And there's still way too many loose ends.
Yeah, and we're still in a state where they would never do that. So at least that was a level of comfort when I reached the end of that chapter, and I was like, nah, we're still safe. This story's not over.
It was gonna end. Mm-hmm. I'm not seeing any questions in chat, so
I guess people don't have questions. How will the key be
How will the
important?
key be important? Wait, did we already talk about this?
Let me tell you a tale about the key, the most
I'm
important
ready.
key.
I'm ready.
Oh,
I don't. Tail.
I don't know if I had more to come beyond that, actually.
Oh, there's no tail?
There might be a tale. The tale is untold.
The only connection that I have is that the key thing happened. That was a time traveling thing, and they're probably going to time travel again. That's the only connection I have. It's the key. It has to come back. Exactly.
The key, you see, is an essential component to the clock. The clock, which Amane of the original timeline was never able to fix.
He couldn't fix it because he lost the key. But like now he had the key, so he was able to fix it.
No.
What happened? But he didn't get the key taken from him because the key was the key was the key.
No, because that all happened after, right? He was just keeping the key on him as like a memento of not having been able to fix the clock. It was just lamenting his fate.
Wait, but the key didn't fix the clock then.
Well, the key doesn't fix the clock. The key is just the final piece to the clock.
Okay, I see.
Right?
So there was something else that he needed to fix the clock.
Yeah, and he wasn't able to do it, so he just kept the key on him.
If Shijima's alive, then Paintbrush Tonic's Kikun can't happen.
No!
We
Our OTP guys! No!
I hate the clock keepers.
How dare they? Oh. I still think it's a house key. It might be a house key. I'm not gonna...
It kind of looks like a house key.
It sure does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks a whole lot like a house key. I'm not gonna say it's not a house key. It's the red house key. There.
It's the red house key.
But what significance is it if it's the red house key?
We don't know. Because we don't know anything that happened.
Red house is like in the... We won't go back to that until, well, Amane's backstory, I guess.
But that's what we're getting to, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going in that direction.
Exactly, we're going in that direction.
It is an untold story, Kathy. Only Ida Iro can tell the story.
Even if it has any relationship at all to the red house.
Clearly, the key is going to be important.
It could be a key to anything.
What else could the key be for? I mean, the clock, I guess. Yeah, the clock. It's a clock key, even though it doesn't look like that at all.
Yeah, for sure. that like a definitely house key looking thing with a rocket attached to it. Yeah, clock key.
Yeah, he was just that sentimental about it that he attached a rocket to it, even though it was for the school's clock.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but I still believe in Kikun's return.
I believe.
This is gonna happen. Oh, the house is burnt. No, we don't know the house is burnt. It was burnt in the original timeline.
Yeah,
maybe
true.
It's standing in this one.
And also, if they go back in time, it won't be burnt.
Exactly.
Time travel. Yeah. So.
Amane was living in that house in the 60s.
Exactly. So yeah. Oh, the next chapter release. When is that happening?
That's a good question. I'm going to scroll.
18th.
Okay, you got there before
18th,
me.
So normal time.
All right. Why couldn't it have been an earlier one? They better give us a long one.
I hope.
There's one of my predictions for the next chapter. It's going to be a long chapter.
And I hope we get to see Hanako or Omni again. Please don't make him go missing again. Please, no. I can't handle it.
Please don't deprive us of Hanako, the titular character, for another half year. We can't do this. Please spare us.
Oh no, I'm so scared that's what's gonna happen. It's fine. They're gonna time travel back in the past. We aren't gonna get Hanako, but we are gonna get Amane. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's okay. We're gonna be safe.
Not gonna have to cry.
This arc is clearly involved with Amane in a way that the Red House stuff was not. So
exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
The Red House stuff was for Tsukasa. This is for Amane. So.
Oh, we're definitely getting more money.
So short. So annoying.
It was.
I literally got to the end and I was like, "That's it."
I think, I didn't actually count the pages, but I think it actually is a short chapter. Like,
I don't even know how many pages a normal chapter length is.
For Hanako, it's like I remember it goes between like 25 and 31 pages usually.
I think. It's 30 pages, I think.
Really?
30
It
pages.
seems so weird to me. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I gotta look at it
30
again.
30 pages. Yeah, because the first page doesn't count and the last page doesn't count. And there's 32 pages, so it's 30 pages.
That's weird. Yeah, I've gotta check.
Will Mitsuba die again? I mean, technically, if they change this timeline back, yes.
Yep.
Yes. Because the Mitsuba we have in this timeline will die.
Yep.
And we know that this timeline is gonna get changed, so he's gonna die again.
Yeah.
It's like guaranteed.
Oh boy.
5 times, baby, 5 times.
Going for 5.
Can't
Do I
stop
hear
killing
a
me,
6?
Oh, a 6? Maybe.
7? 8? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Depends on how close we are to the end of this. we have to get a Mitsuba death just every couple of arcs, you know.
Yeah. We can't go too long without a Mitsuba death. All right, I'm looking at the chapters. I've got the entire picture perfect arc on my computer. Anyways, I think the chapters actually go closer to 35 to 40 pages on average.
Okay. So, yeah, that makes sense as to why 30 feels so short.
Yep. Like, that's a shorter chapter. I was right.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Like,
I'm
what was
so sad
75?
that was over. God. I was like, man, I regret reading this now. I wish I had done this. I wish that's what it wasn't was. You know?
It wasn't was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's how I feel about this manga. So I wish it wasn't was.
Yep, I can't think of a better way to summarize this manga and the way it makes me feel.
It's a good thing I am in an angst mood, so I'm not really usually in one of those.
Yeah, that's
But
highly unusual.
after
but-
watching Hazbin Hotel, I really got into the angst.
Yeah, that's fair.
I really
I understand.
got into it.
Especially considering your favorite ship. So
My favorite ship that it will always and forever be one-sided in canon.
yes. That ship.
Oh goodness. Yeah, so safe to say I'm enjoying the angst, especially the ship angst,
Yeah,
as of right now.
I'm down
So
for it.
yeah, THK is perfect for me right now.
I'm looking forward to next chapter because I want
Very
to
looking
see
forward.
this like start to kick off because it feels like it hasn't yet. We're still in setup phase where it's like, oh yes, this is the problem. This is what we're dealing with. I want to
Yeah,
get
it's
to
like,
the what
yeah,
are we doing
okay,
about it
okay,
part.
I get it. This is an issue. I get it.
I see the problem.
I see the problem. I see it. Now tell me more.
Now next chapter, please, and add 10
Now
pages.
elaborate. Elaborate,
Hello?
please, for the love
Yep.
of God. Yes.
Yeah, I was reading a chapter.
Okay.
But,
Yes. Oh, okay. Welcome back.
yeah, about what you guys were saying, I think they're pretty much done with the setup now. There's no more setup that needs to happen, especially since the chapters is short.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Let's get
think
into it.
that might be why this chapter is so short.
because
It's just the
it's
last
the
of the
end
setup
of
that
the
they need.
setup. Please, please,
finally.
God, let this be the end of the setup. We can finally get into the meat of this arc, where all the juicy, angstiest stuff happens.
Ah, yes. I'm really looking forward to Nene interacting with Past Amine again. I want it. I
Yeah.
need it.
What
I need
I'm
it so bad.
What I'm pretty sure, well, at least hoping, is definitely not going to be a thing, is Nene interacting with an old present Amane.
No. I mean, it's heavily implied he's dead.
Yeah, it's
right
heavily
now
implied
in
he's
the
dead.
present,
So-
anyways. So
let's just,
Yeah.
like, not think about that as being
I
a
don't think
possibility.
Zero would do that. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't think they would
They seem
either.
smarter than that. They seem a lot smarter than that.
Yeah, people already get up in arms about an imaginary age difference between them. If they saw that, it would be the end for all of them. You'd never be able to get rid of them.
People get up in arms about it either way because, like, It's like Nene's like what, like 16, and then Hanako's like 13 or 14.
No, isn't Nene 15?
I thought she was 16 now.
Did her birthday happen? Did I miss
I
that?
don't know, but I think someone's birthday happened, and that's why people think that. Wait, you know what? The wiki would solve this. Hold on.
I remember a lot of talk about Hanako's birthday, but I was pretty sure there was only 2 years between them at most.
Okay,
And Hanako's
age.
between
Yep,
13 and 14.
Hanako 13 at death. Okay, and then
Eleanor agrees with me, 15.
yeah, okay, 15. Good. I remember there was a bit of debate whether she was 15 or 16. I think it was because of the grade she's in or something. I don't know.
I think people just weren't sure
I
because of
think
the grade.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 2
Yeah,
years,
people
which is totally normal, and there's nothing weird about it.
that.
So
I wouldn't even get up in arms about 3 years. 4 years is when it starts to get bad for me.
yeah,
3 years is fine. 4 years is when it starts to get iffy.
yeah. Oh, but shippers be shippers, and there's gonna be some crazy ones doing crazy things.
God. It's like, yeah, it's like half the people are like, no, it's bad because Hanako is like 50 something years old, 55 years old, or something like that. And then the other half are like, no, 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 it's bad because Yasho is 2 years older than him.
Oh no, 2 years apart.
Yeah, why can't
And
people
I'm
just
like,
relax? Just relax.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
It's
funny
not the
because
worst situation I've seen.
it's funny because the Hanako being like 50 something years old one is the more ridiculous take because no,
Exactly.
he acts so much like a 13-year-old. What do you mean?
yeah.
He's so 13.
Uh, it is funny. I've stopped caring about when that happens so immensely.
I don't know. I had a big fight with someone about it once and then never again
Yeah.
because it's pointless.
That couldn't have been something recent.
It's not. It wasn't recent. Yeah, it was a
Okay.
while ago. Yeah,
I vaguely remember that happening in the server in
it
its
was. Yeah,
early
it was in the
days.
server.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Just
you'd have people coming
I
in
I
very
don't
angry.
understand. I really don't understand how you can like TBHK and not like Hananene. Like I get being neutral about it, but like specifically disliking it and thinking it's problematic. Because
yeah,
the manga is so specifically about their relationship for the most part.
right? It's
What do you
like
how do you enjoy this
the
then?
entire
How do
manga
you
is about their
fan?
relationship. So how do you read it while thinking, "Oh, I don't like this
Like
relationship."
this is like they are the main romance in this story.
They
And
secretly like it.
apparently they have to. They have to. Because how else are you enjoying this? How are you not being turned away by the so inherent age gap
And it's
in the
like,
main romance?
and if that bothers them, then imagine their reaction with the Samire and number 6 bit.
Right? I don't know. I don't know how anyone who gets like really, really upset over problematic stuff can like this series.
Yeah.
There's so much more problematic stuff than just Hanako and Nene's relationship. And also there's way more problematic stuff about Hanako and Nene's relationship than the basically non-existent age gap because Hanako is 13, not 55.
It's like if you hate it that much, just leave it alone. Go do something else.
Yeah, if that's
Yeah,
the case,
yeah.
then how does any supernatural relationship in anime work? There's so many of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This, I see this all the time where people always attack like specific things that like they notice, but then like it's a thing in so much other media and they just don't care about it.
Yep.
Just because they're just trying to find an excuse to attack something because
Absolutely.
they feel like attacking something.
Yeah, if you're one of those viewers, don't watch us, please. Go away.
Because we
Exactly,
do
yeah.
ship
If you don't-
Hananene in this
if you
boat.
yes, crazily enough, we like this manga and we like the fact that this manga also
Yeah.
ships Hananene
Hit
in a
this
more
like
angsty
button.
way, but yeah. Like I don't know what to tell you. Euro ships on a Nene.
Yep. They're on our team. That's
on our
just how that
side.
works.
I still can't get over what the whole manga is basically about.
We are also Mitsuko shippers in this boat.
Oh yes, Mitsuko, absolutely. Though I don't know what you could find extra problematic about that in terms of age. So
Well, not in terms of age. No.
Well, I mean, with other things, it's like you could say that about any ship in this manga with like
Yep.
the toxicity of the relationship.
There's something toxic going on. Not as bad as
Always.
Sumerian number 6, though.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, they're the worst.
Well,
If you Happy Meal your girlfriend.
it's funny you bring that up because that's what I was silent reading. I was like reading Severe Turn into Happy Meal. I'm like, this
Oh
is no
no.
less messed up than it was when I was reading the first time.
Yep. Uh-huh.
I feel like I should go back and rewatch, like, re-listen to our podcast from that chapter, because I don't even remember
Oh
what our initial
no.
reaction was anymore, and I'm kind of curious.
Happy Meal. I know Happy Meal started basically instantly.
Yeah, from day one, that was what we were calling it.
Happy Meal. Oh, she got Happy Mealed.
And only people in the fandom know exactly what that means.
Yeah.
Is the other what? I don't understand the question.
I'm not sure what that. Yeah, I'm not sure what the question means. Well, we're over an hour past.
You're right. We have gone over time officially.
Yep.
So
Oh, I don't
yeah.
wait. Yeah,
What
Kathy, which chapter
chapter?
was it?
What chapter did Samira get Happy Mealed?
Let me back to that. 94.
94.
All right, 94.
God, that was a while ago.
Happy Meal, the Happy Meal chapter.
What did I call that chapter? Oh God, I gotta look back.
Oh no.
Like, what was my title? But in any case, I think it's about time for us to wrap this up. Any final comments? You do?
Looking forward to next chapter, and I hope it's a lot longer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the author.
The author. Oh yeah, they're a team. They're a team.
It's two of them. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know what their gender is. I don't think.
Well, one of them is definitely a girl. I just don't know which one it is, and the other one we don't know.
Are you sure we know, or just people think? So I remember talking about this with you before, and I think I was looking it up, and that no one actually knows. People just think.
Oh, did I not find a source for that ever? Okay,
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, people just assume that probably at least one of them is a girl.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the art, it's probably a girl.
You look at the art and then you read the writing. And you're like, this could both be girls, actually.
Yeah. I titled it Crunch.
Crunch? Oh my gosh.
Accurate past me. Accurate.
So accurate. It's like crunching on a McDonald's French fry from a Happy Meal.
Good job, me. I'll give myself a pat on the back.
It's just when he like crunched into her hand, that's just.
I think I did that because that was specifically what the sound effects like translated.
Yes, I remember. That's what it was. Like it had the panel of like him like obviously about to bite her hand and then just crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just saw her getting more and more bloody, and you're like wondering what's going on, and then crunch, and I go, okay.
Right, I was like, I don't know what kind of weird this is getting right now. I can't tell.
The worst kind of weird.
No, it was the worst kind of weird.
Oh, the good old days.
This is not good, and it's not very old either. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's not good, and it's not old.
It's almost a year ago. That's a while.
Easy.
What it's the keen freaking the Jurassic period of TBHK.
Yes.
Almost a year ago. It's been over a year.
Yeah.
And that was 94, right? And we're on 112.
Yeah.
So 10 months.
Let's remember the fact that the Picture Perfect arc took over a year to be completed.
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a part of the fandom at the time, but that is just crazy to me.
Yeah.
I forget how long exactly, but I know it was over a year.
Yeah. All right, we keep prolonging. Oh God.
Prolonging what?
The podcast.
So why
The
is it that so
inevitable
many
end.
people coming now? It's 9 viewers.
No,
Oh, wait.
It was
Oh,
6
hey,
for a
guys.
while.
no,
now
we've been up at 8 for a little while. I've been watching it.
I know.
Oh.
I didn't see that. Huh.
Oh,
Well, yeah. Last time I looked at it, which was like 10 minutes ago, it was like at 6.
yeah. So next chapter theories, we were talking about where the story goes. If it's a fake world, if they're going to go back in
Yeah,
the
fake or
past.
real.
They might be going back in the past. That would be
I
fun.
hope so. Please, 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 please.
Yeah, but that's
I
not next
want it so
chapter
bad.
though. That's not next chapter.
It might not
Probably
be next
They're not
chapter.
going
No.
back.
Probably
And
not. We might get like the setup to that, and then like right before they go back.
I imagine next chapter is going to be, investigating Teru and Yashido going around trying to figure out what changed
Or
exactly.
Yeah.
maybe Shikomura would actually elaborate.
I feel like
Please.
Tara's gonna have to explain a little bit to Nene because Nene doesn't seem to fully remember. She's just Hanako.
Yeah. The Hanako button.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to actually fully remember, but she can sense she's missing Hanako.
Yep. Something is not right.
So I'm assuming that Tara's gonna have to explain what the hell is going on to her.
Yeah.
It's like, don't worry, you're not going insane and hallucinating
Yep.
ghost boyfriends for no reason.
So we shall see next month
Yes,
on the 18th,
normal
regular
time.
time. I don't know what day
Yes.
of that week it is, but we're always here to talk about it within the days following, so you can expect us to be
Close enough.
back.
We will always be back unless we die.
We will always be back.
All three of us. All three
just-
of us would have to die.
Well, technically just me because I own the YouTube channel.
Well, we could just ask. We could just ask your family for the password. It's fine.
They don't know the
That's what we-
password.
Well, they can use your email.
Maybe I should write it down.
Yeah, right down.
All right. We'll see everyone next time. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
All right, bye-bye, guys.
Bye.